Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Good afternoon. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us. Together, we are Backyard Musings, People's Republic of California.
Yep, and we are talking about another good topic. This is a feel good topic, I think, right?
Yeah,
This is one
definitely.
that can help a lot of people.
Yeah. A revolutionary genetic score fuses rare and common gene data to predict and potentially prevent deadly heart rhythm disorders. My brother died from arrhythmia.
Oh wow,
He was 30 years old.
oh
Skipped a
my
beat,
gosh,
couldn't catch up
30.
on the job site.
Jeez, did they first consider it to be a heart attack, and then they
Uh,
realized that it was
I don't know.
arrhythmia?
After the autopsy, they saw scars on his heart, so he had heart attacks before.
Wow,
We never knew that.
that's sad. 30, man, that's just getting started.
Yeah. In a new study from Northwestern Medicine, researchers have created a more accurate genetic risk score that helps determine whether someone is likely to develop arrhythmia, a condition that causes an irregular heartbeat and can lead to serious health issues such as atrial fibrillation or sudden cardiac death, like my brother. This research was presented in Cell Reports Medicine on November 11th, 2025. Would you like to know more?
This new method not only enhances how heart disease risk is predicted, but also establishes a broad framework for genetic testing that, according to the research team, could eventually be used to assess many other complex genetically influenced diseases, including cancer, Parkinson's disease, and autism.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Get a jump
actually,
on that,
yeah, those are the big three right there.
Yeah. Quote, it's a very cool approach in which we are combining rare gene variants with common gene variants and then adding in non-coding genome information. To our knowledge, no one has used this comprehensive approach before, so it's really a roadmap of how to do that, said co-corresponding author Dr. Elizabeth McNally, director of the Center for Genetic Testing and a professor of medicine in the Division of Cardiology and Biochemistry and Molecular Genetics at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine.
Wow. Okay. According to the authors, the findings pave the way of precision therapies that can be customized to an individual's complete genetic makeup. This advancement could also allow physicians to identify patients at risk long before any symptoms appear. So that would be good.
Yeah. We'll go every other one on this.
Okay.
At present, genetic testing typically relies on one of three separate methods. Method one, monogenic testing, detects rare mutations in a single gene, similar to finding a typo in one word.
Polygenic testing examines multiple common gene variants to gauge overall risk, much like analyzing the tone of a chapter. Okay.
Genome sequencing reads the entire genetic code, comparable to reading a book from start to finish.
Quote, genetics researchers, companies, and geneticists often operate in silos, according to McNally.
Talking?
I guess,
Oh,
yeah.
Man,
I guess they're like solitaire. Is that what they would be?
Yeah, lone wolves.
Interesting. The companies that offer gene panel testing are not the same ones that provide polygenic risk scores. In this project, consisting of 1,119 participants, the Northwestern team combined information from all three types of genetic data to build a complete 360-degree view of disease risk.
This integrated approach makes it possible to detect rare mutations, measure cumulative genetic effects, and identify subtle patterns across the full genome. Quote, when you sequence the whole genome, you can say, let me look at this cardiomyopathy gene component, the gene panel, and the polygenic component. By combining the data together, you get a very high odds ratio of identifying who is at highest risk, and that's where we think its approach can really improve upon what is currently used, McNally said. Do you think they use AI? They do.
Wouldn't doubt it, yeah. Huh. Traditionally, cardiologists assess heart risk by evaluating symptoms, family history, and diagnostic tests like EKGs, echocardiograms, and MRIs. McNally also incorporates genetic testing into her practice, she said. Quote, it helps me manage that patient better, know who's at greater risk, and if we think the risk is really high, we'll recommend defibrillators for patients like that. Knowledge is power. So yeah, they have those little portable defibrillators.
Just hook them up, press the button.
Yeah, the battery operated.
Yeah, I've seen it on a movie.
Yeah.
Despite its potential, genetic testing remains underutilized, McNally said, adding that it's estimated that only 1 to 5% of people who should receive genetic testing actually do, even in cancer care. I wonder if that's because of the cost or just lack of knowledge.
If
they're in a silo,
maybe a little of both.
Maybe they're not talking. Even in cancer care where genetic links are well established, only 10 to 20% of patients undergo testing. Quote, we need to improve uptake, McNally said. The biggest challenge is a workforce that isn't trained in how to use genetic testing. As polygenic risk scores become more common, our approach will become even more valuable.
The scientists recruited 523 participants who had arrhythmias, and some of these people also had heart failure. The team meticulously went through every case, examining every record to ensure the participants really had arrhythmias, including looking at data directly from patients' devices. Finally, they sequenced the patients' genomes using a monogenetic and polygenetic testing to determine a risk score and compare the results to the genomes of 596 control participants from the New Gene Biobank aged 40 and up with no known cardiac disease history.
They were the control. Quote, it was painstaking going through 500 plus records and making sure that the people in the study really belonged in the study, McNally said. So hopefully this gets some training, and at least regionally, I
wonder why they would get people involved in these studies that didn't need to be there. You think they were paying them? People just in there for the bucks?
Maybe. Yeah. That could be. We'd have to have funding to do that.
It sounds like they're hard at it, though. They're taking it serious. So this is that's a good thing.
Promising.
Yeah, very good thing.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Take care, everyone. Have a good night.